Yep. Good morning, good afternoon. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. As you already know, yesterday was Thanksgiving. We were all with our families, eating our lives away. I'm sure those that were blessed were blessed. Those that were less fortunate, I hope you were able to find some food. Let's start the day off by thanking God and everybody that we got to sow yesterday, because normally on Thanksgiving, that's the day when families come together. It's one of two holidays that we all come together to hang out together and stuff like that, other than coming together for the death of a loved one. You know that the two major holidays every year is Christmas and Thanksgiving, and that's when families come together. We come together, we see abuela, we see abuelo, auntie, uncles, cousins we haven't seen for a minute. We get to eat this fucking incredible food. We get to have love, laughs, and everything, and then everybody go back home. The next time we'll all see each other is when we're all fighting over the penny and shit on Christmas Eve night. Niggas is getting drunk off the coquito. You already know. So that holiday is the next one coming up when the family comes together. But with that being said, I know y'all see the topic and y'all see what I'm talking about, the true meaning of Black Friday. We got to really sit down and, it amazes me that we live in a world where they're trying to fucking erase history, but they still want to celebrate and give accolade to history that should not be celebrated. And that's basically what I'm going to talk about today, because it kills me how today's Black Friday, and it's wild crazy how people are running out there in mass craziness, shopping, spending money and everything, going crazy, woo, not knowing the true meaning of Black Friday. Because Black Friday, a lot of people don't know, has two meanings, has two really fucking dark meanings, yo. And it's sad, bro, that we still celebrate that shit like it's a hoopla. And it's not. It's really not. One of the first bad meanings that Black Friday stands for is, what a lot of people don't know, is one of the first mass murders, crimes that were committed in the United States of America. And let's keep it real. Christopher Columbus should not be decorated anymore. We should not be celebrating Christopher Columbus Day. That should not be happening. That man was the first person in the United States of America that can be documented as a mass murderer. He came here and killed the Taino Indians. That's what Black Friday true meaning is, folks. Y'all niggas think it's about shopping. Nah, it's about no fucking shopping, bro. And I got video. We're going to watch some videos and shit about it. After the fucking Indians brought in fucking Christopher Columbus and his crew, when they landed in November, the year that they landed, for the Indians, that was Thanksgiving. And what they did was they opened up their homes and their culture to these motherfuckers, bro. And they had a big ass feast on Thanksgiving. They ate yada 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 and all this shit. And then on Friday, the very next day, Christopher Columbus and his men began killing, pillaging, raping, doing all kind of disgusting atrocities. It is proven that it was Christopher Columbus and his people that introduced to the United States of America sexual transmitted diseases, rape, murder, pillage. Like, that's crazy, man. You came to these people's house, ate their food, took their courtesy, and then the next day killed, raped, pillaged their women. You spread disease, because none of the diseases that were in the United States were there before you guys came. Like, this shit is crazy, folks. It's amazing. And this country continues to celebrate Christopher Columbus for discovering America. My man, if you look in the dictionary and see what the word discovery means, it means you're the first person to see it, to touch it, to know it. You can even fucking name it because you found it. No one else knows what it is. How the fuck did Christopher Columbus discover America if there were people here already? Like, seriously, how can you discover something when there were people here? That shit don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? That's what the word discovery means. You discover You're the first people. There were Indians here. There were Taino Indians here. There were natives here. There were people already living here, civilizations. This even proof that there were black people visited the United States before Christopher Columbus and his fuckboys came here. That's what's so crazy about that too. There's even that much proof that there were other people that visited the United States before Christopher Columbus and his people. We sitting out here celebrating, buying shit, spending money and everything, not knowing that Black Friday was the beginning of the end of the United States of America and the Indians. Dead ass serious. And then to be hypocritical and to be funny about it, the second meaning of Black Friday is that there was also another occasions when Black Friday was used for the selling of fucking slaves at a discounted price. It is dated in history that they also used a Friday and called it Black Friday, where they were selling off slaves, children, women. This shit was crazy, auctioning off all kind of shit. And it was the day after Thanksgiving as well. The very next day after Thanksgiving, they were doing that shit to slaves. But we out here using Black Friday, going to shop and all this craziness. Nah, man. I'm telling you, we doing bad, folks. We doing bad. That's crazy because a lot of people, you'd be surprised, a lot of people truly don't know the true meaning of Black Friday, bro. You imagine if Christopher Columbus would have never made it to America, bro? The United States mightn't have been so fucked off, bro. What the hell is this? Oh, shit, I'm tripping. The United States probably wouldn't have known what certain diseases were and everything, because a lot of those diseases were introduced by Christopher Columbus and his crew. And then after they did what they did to the Indians, they built the settlement and stuff here and everything, sent some of their people back, and the motherfuckers came back with more troops and shit like that, and they went ahead and started wilding out, bro. That's what Black Friday is, folks. We're going to watch some videos that I have now and everything to show y'all, but that's what the true meaning of Black Friday is. When Christopher Columbus came to the United States of America, he ate with the Indians. They had dinner and everything. They celebrated. They partied. It was in November. That's when the Indians were celebrating their Thanksgiving. And then the very next day, while the Indians were still sleeping and all that shit, these motherfuckers woke up and started raping, pillaging, killing, spreading disease, murdering for no fucking reason. That's what Black Friday is, people. That's what the true meaning of Black Friday is, and that's what's so wild about it, yo. That is what's so wild about this shit. Let me go ahead and pull up this video and shit. Tell you, this shit is crazy, man.
Best Buy has thousands of Black Friday deals.
We all know how Columbus came to the Americas with his 3 ships. But who did he find there? And how were the Spanish greeted? This is the story of the first contact between the Native American and the Spanish people, and what followed after. The Caribbean, 1492. On October 11th, 1492, the Spanish were approaching the Bahamas from the northeast when they saw something interesting. Land was first seen by a sailor named Rodrigo de Triana. But Admiral Columbus, at 10 o'clock, saw a light, though he was uncertain that he could affirm it was land. Afterwards, Columbus claimed he saw the light once or twice more, like a wax candle rising and falling. It seemed to some to be an indication of land. Columbus had to make certain that land was close. Columbus asked and admonished the men to keep a good lookout on the forecastle and to watch well for land. He made a statement saying that a reward of a silk doublet, along with 10,000 maravedis promised by the sovereigns, would go to the first sailor to see land. At 2 hours after midnight, land was sighted at a distance of 2 leagues. Columbus ordered the 3 ships to halt and wait for daylight before going further. The next day, on October 12, 1492, after 2 months at sea, Columbus and his crew finally clearly spotted land. It's not known where they landed, but we can say for sure that they landed somewhere in the Bahamas. Having landed, they saw trees very green and fruits of diverse kinds. Upon reaching land, Columbus fell to his knees, thanked God for a safe voyage, and
So you can see, as you guys see the bullshit, bro. This motherfucker made it in October. At the end of in the end of October is when these motherfuckers made it to they made it to America and started their bullshit, not knowing that there were already people here. This is the shit I'm talking about, yo.
planted a flag in the ground, claiming the land for Spain, as the Taínos, who had lived there for 1,000 years, watched from behind trees and bushes. Shortly after landing, many of the island's inhabitants assembled on the beach. The Taínos gave them food and drink, gifts of parrots, cotton, and other goods. And the Spaniards gave them gifts of red hats and beads. The Taíno people had never seen white men before and thought they were gods. Columbus spent the next 2 months looking for gold. In December of 1492, while they were sailing east of Cuba, 3 ships under the command of Columbus approached the second largest island in the Caribbean, which they later called La Española. Just when he was about to return to Spain on Christmas Eve, his ship, the Santa Maria, ran aground and sank. The Taíno chief, Guacanagari, told his people to help the Spanish and retrieve every salvageable item. A problem arose when all the sailors who had accompanied Columbus could not fit on the 2 remaining and smaller ships. So a fort was built using the salvaged wood from the Santa Maria, and 39 men were left behind at a fort Columbus called La Navidad. Shortly after, Columbus set sail for Spain, taking some of the natives and birds, foods, and plants to show the king and queen. For the second voyage, Columbus was given a fleet of 17 ships and some soldiers. Upon arrival at La Navidad, Columbus found the fort burned to the ground, and all 39 men he had left behind had been killed. It seems the sailors left behind had misbehaved in the form of rape of the local women and theft of anything they saw that they wanted. One of the local leaders, named Caonabo, had met with the other leaders, and all but one agreed that gods would never have behaved in the manner that the Spaniards had, and they decided the Spaniards had to go, so they eliminated them and the threat they posed to their people.
We are not gatekeeping our life hacks, okay? This is how I prep for festivals with Capital One.
Columbus vowed to find Caonabo and retaliate. More fortified places were rapidly built, including a city founded on January 2nd, 1493, and named La Isabela for the queen. From that point on, life as the Taíno knew it ended. The Spaniards took revenge for the destruction of the Fort La Navidad and also took slaves. Columbus forced the Taínos to work in the gold mines searching for gold. Those who refused were killed. Each adult over 14 years of age.
You see that shit, people? You see what I'm talking about? But yeah, we keep celebrating. This is what America wants us to celebrate. They want to scrub history, but they won't talk about shit like this. Won't you scrub this? You want to scrub the truth, but you want to fucking sell lies to the American people. That's what Black Friday was, people. Oh, Dusty, good morning. Good morning. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. That's what fucking Black Friday was. Black Friday ain't no shopping or nothing like that. It's a day after Thanksgiving when Christopher Columbus and his people started murdering and doing all kind of shit to the Taíno people, to the Indians. This motherfucker ain't discovered nothing. There were people here already. It has been documented that the blacks had been to America before fucking Christopher Columbus had. Do your history, people. We out here celebrating bullshit. And it just so happens to be that Black Friday, the second meaning for Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving, when there was a mass genocide of selling black slaves, women and children. I'm telling you, man, Black Friday is a fucked up meaning. And these people are whitewashing it by having people run out there shopping, spending their money and everything and stuff like that. Come on, man. We still celebrating Christopher Columbus Day. Why? It shouldn't. We should not be celebrating that motherfucker for nothing. He hasn't done nothing for us, bro. That shit is crazy, man. They don't tell the kids this in school. Talkie is just what's good, love. They don't tell your kids this in school, folks. No, they gonna tell you that. They're gonna whitewash it. Ain't nothing about Black Friday about shopping. Let's keep it real, man. That's why I tell my kids the truth, man. I don't bullshit it, bro. Black Friday ain't about fucking shopping. It's about the selling of black slaves, children, women, and the fucking day after Christopher Columbus sat at the table with the Taino Indians. They went ahead and spread mass genocide, murder, rape, pillage to people here. And it's been proven, once again, and I'm going to keep it 100, it's been proven that the first people that actually visit the Taino Indians were blacks from Africa. So Christopher Columbus wasn't the first in the fucking United States. He didn't discover a motherfucking thing. He declared nothing for Spain. All they did was come here and kill. Motherfuckers opened their door to these people, fed them, was showing them culture, showing them the way and everything. And these white devils came up in here and did some dirt shit. That's what the true meaning of Black Friday is. So while you out there spending your money, thinking you doing good and everything, like, oh, let's go shopping and everything, you basically celebrating the propaganda of what Black Friday is. Just think about it. You out there buying. That's what they were doing back then. They were buying black women and children, slaves, kids, men. Facts. Check this out, people. Look what Toki Ish just said. That's why for Thanksgiving, we don't celebrate it for the same reason everybody else does. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Spanish and blacks, we see Thanksgiving differently. It's a way for the family to come together and eat and talk shit. That's it, bro. And then we disappear. And then we come back together again for Christmas. Those are the two holidays you have family come together. But Black Friday, Thanksgiving, I don't even like turkey. I'm going to keep it real, bro. But it's horrible, yo. It's fucking horrible that a lot of people to this day don't know the true meaning of Black Friday and what it fucking truly stands for and what happened. We over here protest about the stupidest shit. We should be protesting that we don't need Christopher Columbus Day no more. That shit should be thrown out the window. If we're going to celebrate it, fine. Let's celebrate Christopher Columbus, but let's celebrate it for what he truly is, people. Let's keep it real. Christopher Columbus introduced to the United States of America and Indians and the people who are now occupants here. He introduced STDs. He introduced rape, violence, brutality, con artists. They introduced slavery. Come on, man. That's what he did. He ain't discover a motherfucking thing. He created Black Friday. He introduced it. You imagine if Christopher Columbus would have never landed in the United States, people? Think about it. Let's keep it 100. Imagine if Christopher Columbus never came to the United States. There's possibility that a lot of STDs would have never came to this country. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy. This shit is wild, bro. And we still out here celebrate fucking the craziness. Even when they do movies about Columbus Day, this shit is a fucking joke. Matter of fact, check this out. This is a white college professor. Check this out.
You'll actually say when the teacher says Christopher Columbus discovered America and he met those Indians.
What the fuck? Oh, shit. What happened?
Say when the teacher says Christopher Columbus discovered America and he met those Indians here. There were no Indians here when Christopher Columbus got here. There were people from Africa who had been here for over 10,000 years before Christopher Columbus was born. It's time for us to teach our children the truth. And eventually, maybe you'll actually say when the teacher says, Christopher Columbus.
You see that? This shit is crazy. Give me a second, folks. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second.
Now you go try to slander my name without whole fact. Nobody ever heard that shit where I'm known at. You gonna have to move away from where your home at. I'm known to split dome with the chrome like nigga, hold that word, nigga. Word to Big Burger. My ink Ja Rule and this here's a murder. I done seen shit you niggas ain't never heard of. Life's a crackhead bitch, and I serve her the nerve her. You thinking it's a battle, better skedaddle. But don't run and tell a tattle, cause I will catch you. I be creeping while you sleeping. Last thing you see before you die, a Puerto Rican dead nigga. Yeah, one to the head nigga. Hit him with that Izzy dead kick. I got a check, nigga. Fuck you expect. Boricua on the set, nigga. Puerto Rock, inspect the deck. Is how I rep, nigga, like I represent the Woo. And you doodle. You about as tough as Winnie the Pooh. I do voodoo, elect by Shango and the crew. Gonna sprays leave you laid like Honolulu. And that's a whole fact. Snuff you where your head at. Smack you with the gap. When you wake up, don't forget that. The Mac, jet black, go black, push your head back. Leave you on the side of the road like a dead cat, pussy. You even rhyme like a bitch too. All high pitched like a faggot ass bitch too. I wouldn't be surprised if it was wrong for me to hit you. 99 problems, but this bitch, no issue. I hold pistols, shotguns, SKs, and roll with LKs whose guns blaze. My guns craze with gun sprays. You just rap with your dumb ways. But let's go back to prison real quick. Those were some fun days. See, I was 018-1564, upstate New York, chopping like a chainsaw. Rock police jaw had them laying on that great floor. They beat the shit out of me, took my tooth, and left my brain sore. So next time your ass want to kick some war raps, remember Latin Pain and Sane and been through all that. And all you other rappers out there, it's best you fall back and brother below retardation bore rats, stupid. I get props like Joe Rogan. You beat me? The fuck is you smoking? I'm nice with the bars, the schemes, and the joking. You just a little fish. Go back to the ocean. It's Rico Squad. Hardest in the whole yard. Razor sharp bars. You rappers get your soul scored. Latin Pain flow insane. Y'all niggas know that. Boricua on the set. And that's a whole fact time.
I'm here, people. I'm just trying to put this damn car seat together. Give me a second. Shit crazy. But, yo, it just, it's crazy, bro. It's just, and it's amazing that a lot of people don't know that shit. Like, and there's people that are out there that argue about this shit. There's a lot of people that think like I do. Like, this is bullshit. Why are we even celebrating? Why are niggas out there going wild? You out here spending all this money helping this fucking, for what? You basically you celebrating. When you out here spending this bread and shit like that, you participating in the shit that went down years ago, bro. And that's the sad part about it, bro. People don't even know the fucking history of what Black Friday truly is. Then again, that's why they trying to scrub everything. They don't want our kids to learn. They don't want our kids to learn. They want them to stay stupid. They over here removing curriculums. They over here removing language barriers. Like they really want to go back to the time of slavery, and that's what it looks like to me. Because why would you want to dumbfound these fucking kids? We should be educating our kids on the truth, showing them the history of what really happened in this country. That's what we should really be doing. We out here doing fuckboy shit. Like that shit don't make no sense, man. Oh shit. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Havoc, I couldn't type in a vertical live. I think I have to get my phone fixed about new one. I can't type in Payne's live. He's always on vertical. Okay. For the same reason, okay, Tokyo is just. For the same reason, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day for the actual meaning behind Valentine's. Yeah, and that's crazy too. That's another that's another holiday that's fucking wild. They try to whitewash it like Valentine's Day is for love and shit like that. Hell nah, man. The shit that went down on Valentine's Day in history is crazy, man. It is absolutely fucking crazy. And there's people in this world that don't know the difference. That's what's so sad about it. There's people in the world that don't know the difference behind this shit, man. They out here just thinking it's all lovey. Nah, man. This shit is really fucking sad, man. You know, how do we celebrate Valentine's Day when it was a day meant for men to abuse and rape women and children? That's a whole fact, bro. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, man. That's why I'm going to leave that up there for a minute so that people can see that. It's crazy. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm so sorry. Over here struggling. This car seat giving me a problem. Oh, finally got it. Damn. Getting beat up. I'm almost coming, man. Yeah, but this shit is wild, bro. This shit is definitely wild. Yeah, man. Businesses use a day of horror to make profit. That's a whole fact. Just like on Black fucking Friday. Like people are really out here running out here, going ham, spending money, thinking that, oh, I'm getting hooked up as a discount. Nah, man. Learn your history, man. Learn your history. Figure out why this day is what it's called, man. And that's not only because of what Christopher Columbus did. Remember, too, Black Friday was used after Thanksgiving for a lot of these white slave masters to sell black people, man. They would consider that the next day they would go and sell black slaves at discounted prices and shit like that to other white masters and shit like that to make profit and money as a celebration to them, as a Black Friday celebration. That's why it was called Black Friday too. So that y'all understand. That's why it's called Black Friday. We out here thinking Black Friday was created for fucking shopping. No, it was not. No, it was not. Dusty says if everyone got on the same page and not go shopping, this bullshit would stop. You're right. This bullshit would stop. That's the whole fact. It's like I said, we can get together to go ham for the stupidest shit, but for shit that has meaning and value, we can't do it. Motherfuckers will camp all night for video games, sneakers, and all kind of shit, but they won't have that same energy to try to change history, to try to show that, you know, this world is better than what it is. Because it's not, man. And that's the sad part about it. It's not. Valentine's Day, come on, man. That's why I believe a lot of females, you know, that know the true meaning behind it, like Tokyo's just don't celebrate it, man. A real woman, a woman that's educated, that went to school, that did what she did. Yeah, it's for, you know, some people, okay, yeah, it's okay to get your wifey something, you know, you don't have to be a party pooper and shit like that, but come on, man. Let's keep it 100, man. We know what Valentine's truly is. We know what Black Friday truly is, man. It's fucking sad, bro. It's dead ass sad. Straight up and down. Yo, give me a second. Let me take this car seat over there, y'all. This shit is dead. It's fucking sad, bro. And that's what it is, bro. Let me see something real quick. See if this shit works. Boom, real quick. Real quick, while I go take this car seat over there. Y'all already know, man. If you haven't known, you definitely need to subscribe and check out the Queen of the Rico Squad.
In my life, in my career, like, I want to do things with like-minded people.
Of course.
I don't want to, you know, it's hard with the culture when you try to do a show about the culture that you care so deeply about. I've always tried to carry myself with integrity and make sure the things I do, and if I bring an artist into something, I want them to know they feel safe. Sometimes when you go on a platform and you can't control everything, that's challenging, right? So I bring people into this home and I don't control the edit. That's hard for me as somebody who's always had so much control. So anything I do moving forward, it's like either I can all the way be in control from the beginning to the end, or I don't really want to do it.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm doing a million things at one time. Definitely, like I said, don't forget to subscribe. The talk here is Jess, Official Tissue. I'm telling you, Queen of the Rigo Squad. You already know, man. We the hardest in the whole yard. But let's get back on the bullshit. Let's definitely get back to the bullshit that it is. And you know what I mean? It's disgraceful, man. And it's true, man. You know, you got a lot of people that, show, how the United States, stole land. Because that's what they basically did. They stole the fucking land from the Indians, enslaved the Indians, and did all this wild shit, bro. Tell you, man, it's crazy how we fucking this shit. Hold on. I want to play something to y'all that I'm trying to look for that I had up here. Where the fuck is it? Come on. I got it. Here we go. Check this out. Check this out, folks. Check this out. This is more information.
The United States now, they came from 11. What is it, 6 million pigs in the United States now? They came from 11.
And that was by the Spaniards, right?
Correct. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, that's crazy, but maybe it's even crazier the fact that they brought smallpox as well and killed 90% of the Native Americans.
Yeah, that's
nuts.
That's a little worse.
Yeah, most people are aware there was a genocide of Native Americans. When I had explained that to someone that it was 90% of the people were killed by smallpox, they're like, what?
What is it, 6 million pigs?
I hear that? You hear what that man just said? This man introduced to the United States smallpox, along with other various STDs and everything from when the men were out here doing what the hell they were doing. This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is wild, bro. And this is the shit that we have to endure. And that's what a lot of people are not fucking understanding. Check this out. This is the video I was telling you about. Look at it. Listen to this one.
Africans are the ones who discovered America long before Columbus, and we have proof. Massive stone heads with African features stand tall in Mexico, carved by the Olmec civilization over 3,000 years ago. King Abubakar II of Mali launched an epic fleet of 2,000 ships across the Atlantic in the 1300s, and the evidence is everywhere. African architectural techniques in ancient American buildings, West African cotton found in Mexican sites. Even identical religious symbols appear on both continents. Our history books lied to us. The real story is African sailors were the first to map the American shores, establishing trade routes that shaped both continents forever. Africans are the ones who discovered America long before Columbus, and we have proof. Massive stone heads with African features stand tall in Mexico, carved by the Olmec civilization over 3,000 years ago. King Abubakar.
See that shit? That's another fucking thing that's that, like I'm saying, these niggas got all the love and glory for something they had no part in, bro. They ain't discover nothing. All they did was come over here and fuck shit up. That's all they did. Fuck shit up. Come over here, spread disease, murder, rape, pillage, and fuck shit up and made it worse. That's all that is. That's what Black Friday is, people. Y'all out here spending your money celebrating Black Friday like it's a big thing. Nah, man. Black Friday was a real fucked up shit, man. A lot of people got this. Check this shit out. Look at this. 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 Check this one out. Watch this.
Columbus a celebrated explorer or a harbinger of space? Was Christopher Columbus a celebrated explorer or a harbinger of suffering? The arrival of his fleets in Hispaniola, Jamaica, and Cuba coincided with a period of immense harm to the native populations. The rise of diseases, widespread mistreatment, and an overwhelming subjugation followed Christopher Columbus's great discovery. Enslavement, ghastly physical punishment, pillaging of gold, and chilling enforcement of Christianity all happened under Columbus's watch. Join us today as we dive into the dark side of Columbus's story and how his arrival brought atrocity to the indigenous people of the Americas. Welcome to History on Fleet. Setting sail from Palos, Spain, Columbus would begin an expedition to find a viable sea passage to the east, holding promises of gold and spice across Asia, India, and China. Discovering a route across the sea was invaluable, and Columbus wanted to be its harbinger. Famously, he would command 3 ships on his journey, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Niña. The Santa Maria was the largest and captained by Juan de la Cosa. The 2 smaller caravels were captained by the Pinzon brothers. All 3 departed from Palos de la Frontera on August 3, 1492 in the evening. After a brief stop in the Canary Islands for restocking in early September, Columbus and his ship set sail for 5 long weeks. Come the 7th of October, the Pinzon brothers sighted land, and soon Columbus changed the course of the fleet to head west. On October 12th, Columbus and his fleet came ashore on what Columbus would call San Salvador, now the Bahamas. Being Columbus, and this being the peak of colonial times, he then casually claimed the land he walked on for Spain. His diary entries upon discovering the native inhabitants of the Bahamas are riddled with alarming superiority and dim view of cultures beyond his own. In his journal, Columbus wrote that native people would make for good servants. He would also refer to them as Indians. It's believed Columbus encountered the Arawak, Taino, and Lucayan peoples. Yet symptomatic of his superior cultural worldview, upon seeing the gold in their earwear, he imprisoned several Arawak and demanded they take him to their source of gold. Columbus's view of the native peoples was so diminished, he didn't even set up a fortified outpost and would declare in his journal that he could conquer them all with 50 men. This was just the first stop on Columbus's voyage and his discovery of the New World. Exploitation and enslavement. What's curious about the initial encounters of Columbus's voyage was the extent to which he was, understandably, oblivious or lost. In late October, his fleet would arrive on the northeastern coast of Cuba, which Columbus believed to be the Chinese mainland. Across the following 2 months through November and into December, Columbus's fleet would make expeditions across the Caribbean in search of gold. The Pinta was searching for an island, Babec, on the natives stating it was abundant in gold. Columbus himself landed on the northern coast of Hispaniola in early December. Once again, he believed that this may have been Japan. This initial voyage would continue into the Bay of Rincon, where finally Columbus was met with resistance. When a trade of bows and arrows went awry, a battle ensued, leaving Siguayo natives stabbed and wounded with arrows. It should come as no surprise that Columbus's expedition was not warmly received by every last native population of the Americas. He was taking captives from these islands as he traveled. Having set up a minor colony of 39 men from his fleet on Hispaniola, Columbus would return to Spain the following year in March 1493, to the highest possible decoration from the Spanish court. Not since Leif Erikson, some 4 centuries prior, had a European explored the Americas. Yet Columbus's story has a dark underbelly. He returned to Spain with gold, spices, and people. His following 3 expeditions would discover further Caribbean islands, the Gulf of Mexico, and the South and Central American mainland. These voyages would also set a grim pattern of enslaving natives and forcing labor from indigenous persons. During his second voyage, in 1494, Columbus explored Cuba and Jamaica, where he would implement the Spanish labor system, encomienda. This brutal system meant conquerors were owed the labor of non-Christian persons. Under encomienda, the treatment of indigenous people was staggeringly inhumane. Dismemberment was a punishment. Execution was dished out for minor crimes. Children.
Y'all hear this shit? Are y'all listening to what the fuck we celebrate every fucking year? Do y'all hear the shit that this man was doing to fucking people? were doing to these indigenous Indian people for no fucking reason? Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on, people. This is why the fucking country is the way it is now. We got idiots like Donald Trump trying to brush off history. Why? Because you don't want the truth to come out, or because you're trying to go back to them days or something like that. Like, this shit is crazy, man. This is what that man brought to the United States. He didn't discover shit. He came here and became his biggest fucking conqueror, all right? He became his mass fucking genocidal mongrel. Came here and did that shit to these people, man. Come on now, man. That's wild, bro. Yet we sit here and we still celebrate Christopher Columbus Day. People are out there on Black Friday shopping. They having a good time and everything. That's crazy, man. Happy holidays to everybody, first though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to sit up here and act like, you know what I'm saying, I ain't out here with my family. But that's what Christopher Columbus did on Black Friday. That's the true meaning of Black Friday. And then after that, every Black Friday after Thanksgiving, white people will go ahead and celebrate by selling off black folks and kids and women for pleasure, for slavery, to do whatever the hell they wanted to. That's what the true meaning of Black Friday is, people. We out here spending money and shit like that, wilding out. You right, Dusty. You right. I'm gonna highlight your shit. That's exactly what it is. Trump trying to take us back to the 1950s again. He wilding, bro. He really thought by getting rid of these Mexicans and stuff like that, our black and Spanish people were really gonna be out there picking fruit and doing all these kind of fucking jobs and shit like that. Not to say that, you know, a job is a job and we ain't better than them other people, but come on, man. Just the logistics and the looks of that shit is crazy. Come on, you got to be serious, buddy. You really got to be out of your rabbit ass mind. Something wrong with you. Yeah, something really got to be wrong with you. This shit is wild, man. Keep listening to this shit, folks. Listen, play it a little bit more.
Children were not spared from forced labor, and physical and sexual punishment were a provincial reality for many adult natives. All in the name of finding gold. Inhumane treatment was entirely normalized, and thousands of native people took their own lives rather than being oppressed. On his return to Spain after his second voyage, Columbus would return with over 500 enslaved Arawak natives. Some 200 would not survive the journey. This was only the second voyage of 4. Columbus and his historic discoveries would go on. His effect on native populations would remain toxic. Barbaric governance and dire depopulation.
Battleship sunk. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy submarine spotted. Attention. Reporting the target position. Enemy heavily damaged. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy battleship foundered. I need intelligence data. boost activated.
In 1498, Columbus departed from San Lucas,
All right, I'm
Spain,
back. I'm
for his
focused.
third voyage to the Americas. His colony on Hispaniola had grown to such a fixture, it became something of an infamous matter. In August, Columbus would return to find the settlers he'd left in the newfound land in revolt against his rule. In response, Columbus had them tried, and at least one settler was hung for the insolence. The Spanish court would discover the realities of Columbus's rule on Hispaniola, which was openly described as tyranny. Francisco de Bobadilla was sent by the crown to investigate the conditions of Columbus's rule. What Bobadilla discovered was a landscape of misery and brutality. Columbus would have individuals' facial features and extremities cut off as punishment before selling them into the slave trade. Any native revolt was quelled through murder, then displaying dismembered bodies in the streets to ward off any further attempts. Those who spoke against Columbus's rule on Hispaniola would expect to have their tongues cut off. That all being said, it's keen to note the lack of neutrality from the source of these accusations. Bobadilla was regarded as wanting Columbus's position as ruler of Hispaniola, and an anti-Italian sentiment from the Spanish had been considered by many historians. It should also be noted, though, that Columbus and his brother were put in chains and put in jail for 6 weeks in Spain over these accusations. What is not open for debate is the emergence of disease that arose with the arrival of Columbus's fleet across the Americas. Following his exploration,
you hear that? He brought disease, famine, vile, malice, rape, pillage, murder, genocide. But yet we still celebrating this man. Stop the cap, yo.
Of Jamaica and Cuba, Columbus would return to Hispaniola in 1949, only to find that 2/3 of his settlers had died of disease and famine. That was just his population of chosen settlers. The mortality rate of native persons following the arrival of settlers was markedly more severe. The exchange of plants, goods, and animals from Columbus's voyages is a flashpoint for introducing novel diseases to the Americas. Indigenous societies in the New World had no immunity to Old World diseases like influenza, smallpox, or measles. According to the Oklahoma Medical Research Foundation, over a 25-year period, the indigenous people of Hispaniola faced an over 90% death rate. That's a population of around 250,000 people in 1492, reduced to only 14,000 by 1517. Many historians place this population decline as understandably seismic, believing the impact of new diseases in the New World to be deadlier than the Black Death in medieval Europe.
This man brought all kind of fuckery to the United States of America, people. Y'all hearing it for yourselves, people. Take this knowledge in. So when somebody asks you, you tell them what the fucking true meaning of Black Friday is.
Columbus would be a trendsetter for colonizing across the Americas and biological warfare, with the British following suit centuries later, handing smallpox-laced blankets to the Shawnee and Lenape in the 1760s. A colonized Christianity. A curious and much overlooked strand of Columbus's narrative is the less than noble forced conversion to Christianity he brought.
That was another thing, trying to force the Indians to take up Christianity and stuff like that, and to stop their own beliefs and all this craziness. I'm telling you, bro, it amazes me how we're quick to shoot down something black that if they fuck up, they want to take their name down. But for something like this, we still out here rocking. Makes no sense whatsoever. Hershey's the Entertainer. What's good? Like, yo, that shit kills me, man. That shit truly amazes me, man. Like, come on, man. We really out here doing this? This is what we really doing? That's wild, bro. Give me 1 second. I don't know why you ain't. 1 second, Hershey. I'm trying to get you right. I could have swore to God I gave you one last time. Give me a second. I know for the fact I had gave you one last time, so I must be wrong. Give me 1 second right now, Hershey. But the shit is crazy, bro. Real shit is really fucking wild, bro. When you think about everything that's going down and how it is, and the fact that this is what we still celebrating, nah, man. We need to do better. We talk about other people, but we need to do better as people ourselves. There we go. We need to do better, man. And that's just plain and simple. And that's what's going on. We're not doing better. And that's why everything is fucking falling apart the way it's falling apart. Can't keep celebrating holidays and giving props to people. You know what I'm saying? We can't just keep doing that, man. We quick to, like I said, man. It's amazing when we come together how quickly we can shut shit down and make people do what we actually want them to do and how we can go in different directions. It's just wild, bro. And people, that's what the true meaning of Black Friday is. That is exactly what the true meaning of Black Friday is. And a lot of people don't know that shit, yo. That motherfucker came here and spread famine, bro. They won't teach you the real history because they don't want you to know the real history, first of all. And then when they try to teach you the real history, they try to whitewash it. For that, don't try to teach it at all. Because if you're not going to keep it 100, then you're wasting fucking time, man. You're truly wasting time, man. That's why I said, man, we should not be celebrating Christopher Columbus. We should not be celebrating fucking Valentine's Day. It's just too much going on, man. Too much going on whatsoever, yo. Trying to find this other video to show you how this shit started off too. Hold on a second. Because that's all they've done. They've lied to us, to the people. Look at this shit. Look at this. This shit is wild right here. No problem, Dusty. Check this out. Peep this, people. Peep this.
Learned that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492. But since there were already millions of people living on the American continents when he arrived, what is Columbus's real importance in history too? But since there were already millions...
See that? You see that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. A pure detail. He supposedly discovered America, but look at all the people that were already in America. Look at that. Southwest Farmers, Cape Cassidy, Kuka something there, Nigerian alliances, Nomads, Arctic peoples. Like, come on, look, these were all the people that were already here. They were already here. So this man's gonna tell us the importance of fucking Christopher Columbus. Let's get it.
Of people living on the American continents when he arrived. What is Columbus's real importance in history? This video will show what really happened during his voyages between two worlds and how they helped shape the world we know today. In 1451, Columbus was born in the Republic of Genoa. There he began his sailing career. But in 1477, he was hired as a merchant mariner for King John II of Portugal. Portugal was gaining power on the seas, colonizing Atlantic islands and establishing trade with African kingdoms. By the 1480s, they found out the Indian Ocean was on the other side of Africa. This discovery gave them a fast and cheap trade route to the rich goods of Asia. During Portugal's rise in power, a group of European scholars thought the Earth was smaller than what was previously believed. This meant one could reach Asia by sailing west. Because of the newly invented printing press, Columbus read about these recent theories and was enthralled with the idea of sailing west for riches. He tried to get funding for an expedition from Portugal, but King John didn't believe in the small Earth theory. He then tried in France, England, and Spain with no luck until 1492 when the Spanish sovereigns, Ferdinand and Isabella, decided to help fund 3 ships for a voyage. They saw Columbus as a means to compete against Portugal's success. The Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria set sail on August 3, 1492. After a stop on Gran Canary, the rest of the trip took 5 weeks. On October 12th, land was spotted. It was an island, and at dawn Columbus went ashore. Because he believed in the small Earth theory, Columbus thought he was near Japan. He called the natives of this island Indians because India was what many Europeans called Asia at the time, but the natives were really called the Taino. Trade began between the two parties, but it was clear that the Taino did not possess the fabled riches of East Asia. However, some of them wore gold as jewelry. Columbus was hungry for gold to bring back to Spain. He wandered around searching for a large amount of gold until the Santa Maria crashed into a reef on Hispaniola. Columbus left 39 men at the site to build a colony. He promised he would return for them and sailed back to Spain. When he arrived in Europe, Columbus was famous. He had sailed into the unknown and returned to tell the tale. He brought back many things to show the Spanish king and queen, including
Now check this out, folks. How did he fucking discover something when he introduced? Did you see what he introduced to them? They didn't know nothing about this, yo. Check this out. We're going to mute it and we're going to play because I want y'all to see. This shit is crazy, bro. Look at that. They never knew nothing about stuffed animals, chili peppers, cotton, tobacco, and I believe he's about to say gold. This shit is crazy, yo. They knew nothing of these things.
Show the Spanish king and queen, including Tainos he had kidnapped. But he did not bring enough gold, so Ferdinand and Isabella equipped Columbus with 17 ships for a second voyage and named him.
That's crazy, bro. Not only did they do what they did, they stole 2 Taino people and brought them with them to show them to the king and the queen. Come on, man. You got to be kidding me right now, yo. But this is what we still celebrating. This is what we still celebrating, folks. We got to do better, man. We truly have.
Governor of all the lands he discovered. Columbus was an excellent sailor. He found his way back to Hispaniola using his own keen navigation skills and kept the coordinates of his route a secret. When the fleet arrived at Hispaniola, they found out that the 39 men who were left there to build a colony had been killed by a local chief. They also found out the same chief had lots of gold on his land. Columbus led a crew into his territory and found a gold quarry. The chief was angered by the arrogance of these invaders, and soon fighting broke out. To intimidate the chief, Columbus captured 3 of his captains and beheaded them in public. This enraged the Tainos and disturbed many of the Spanish. To make things worse, there was soon no gold left to mine. Columbus sent letters back to Spain on a ship and exaggerated the amount of gold that was found. To produce more profit for the king and queen, Columbus suggested starting a slave trade. Without waiting for a response, he seized over 500 natives and sent them to Spain. Most of the remaining natives fought against this injustice, so Columbus unleashed terror on them. Once defeated, they were forced to pay tributes of gold to the Spanish. It was worse than slavery. People who didn't find enough were punished brutally. Forced to constantly look for gold, the Taino could not farm their lands anymore. Many escaped into the hills, only to be hunted down. During the first few years of the tribute system, 50,000 natives died. Columbus's brutal command made him enemies in the colony as well as in Europe. In 1496, he sailed for Spain to defend his actions to Ferdinand and Isabella. He left his brother Bartolome.
Bro, the shit that Christopher Columbus was doing was so brutal, was so fucking horrible. Like, what the fuck? That his own people were like, hey, man, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you? That goes to show how brutal this motherfucker was, what he was doing to these people over here, doing to these Taino people over here. That his own people were like, hey, man, you need to chill the fuck out. You wigging right now. You truly wigging. Come on now, people. Let's keep listening.
Bartolomeo in charge of the colony until he returned. King and Queen listened to his defense and allowed him to return to Hispaniola in 1498. By now, the colony was a disaster. Bartolomeo was just as bad at governing as his brother was, if not worse. A rebellion had begun among the Spanish, and soon the king and queen sent a royal investigator to assess the situation. He put the Columbus brothers on trial. They were found guilty of numerous crimes against both the Spanish and the natives. The brothers were arrested and sent back to Spain. Christopher Columbus was no longer in charge of the New World. Now old and humble, he was allowed one last voyage across the ocean, but he was not permitted to return to Hispaniola. He explored the Caribbean for 2 years before sailing back to Spain, where he died in 1506. We have learned that Columbus was ambitious, intelligent, and courageous, but he was no hero. His exploits in the colony were disasters for the native inhabitants, and their way of life was destroyed by his actions as governor.
And I'm going to end that video with that right there, like that man said, Joe. He was no fucking hero. Matter of fact, I want to play it again. Listen to what this man said.
Where he died in 1506. We have learned that Columbus was ambitious, intelligent, and courageous, but he was no hero.
All that shit, but he was no hero. A vile, evil human being. Someone who came here and destroyed the way of life of another people. For no fucking reason. And it only goes to show that that's not what they was fucking intended for him to do neither. He was literally supposed to come out here and try to build a trade and all that shit and stuff like that. Nah, man. This nigga came out here and did some real fuckboy shit. Exactly what he did. Came out here, did some real fuckboy shit, and killed a lot of innocent people and erased a whole fucking race of people damn near. With fucking smallpox, disease, and everything. But we're still celebrating Christopher Columbus. Yeah. Stop the cap. No bullshit. We need to stop the bullshit, bro. I don't know what else to say, but it is what it is. And that, my folks, is what the true meaning of motherfucking Black Friday is. So stop going out there thinking you're doing something special. All you're doing is condoning and being a part of something that was not a good part of history. Like I said, after every Thanksgiving, these white folks will go out there and fucking sell, trade, and use as a fucking way of entertainment black folks, women and children back in the days. And they always did it after Thanksgiving. That's why it was called Black Friday. It seems like there must be ancestors of Christopher Columbus, because they must have got the assignment or something. But that's what Black Friday truly is, people. Don't let nobody tell you any difference. And it's okay to tell your kids the truth. Christopher Columbus ain't discovered a motherfucking thing. There were people here already. And like it was said in the video earlier, the black people came to America way before they did. So let's stop the cap, bro. Stop running out there bullshit and thinking everything is good. That's your true history, folks. That's the truth about history. Not the shit that they trying to fucking show you in school now, what they saying, trying to whitewash it, remove the true history of what really happened. If you wanted to know, now you know. He introduced all type of diseases and everything and different types of lifestyle, the way you treat with people and stuff to the United States of America. It was him. Because like I said, other people came here before and there was no problems, no smoke, or no nothing. As soon as these motherfucking white devils got here, you already see what it is, man. Stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap. And with that being said, I got to get ready to get up out of here. I got to go to work. Shout out to everybody that came through and hung out with me. Quick history lesson with your boy Havoc 3E. I just had to put that out there for those that didn't know the true meaning of Black Friday. It ain't out there to go shopping. It's what really happened the day after Thanksgiving. Back in 1492, November of 1492, with Christopher Columbus and what his peoples did. Sad. But that's your true history. Don't let nobody tell you any difference. Look it up. And with that being said, shout out to Hershey's the Entertainer, Old Dusty, Talk Your Ish Jess. Who else was in here? There was a couple of other people in here. Those in the bushes, because I definitely had a couple of people in the bushes. That's a whole fact. Thank y'all for coming through. I hope y'all hit the like button. I hope you appreciate the info I got for y'all. Just remember, the truth is the truth. Look up what the discovery means. When you're the first person for any or everything that has to pertain to that person. You can even name it. That's what it means to discover something. You can't discover something when there was already other people here chilling, living the life of it. So we need to really stop saying that he discovered America. He ain't discovered nothing. He stumbled onto a place and tried to make it his own. And it just didn't work out. And with that being said, do I got something up in here? No. Hold on a second. Got to set something up real quick. Shit ain't working. All right, I got it right here. That's what's up. Boom. I'm Havoc 3E of Smoked Out Society. I'm the devil's advocate of Talk Your Ish Jess. And I'm the problem child of the Rico Squad. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your holiday, folks. Enjoy your weekend. We got to get back to it Monday. Some of us got to get back to it today. Smoked Out Society.
Yo, you niggas talking shit. Got a lot to say on the gram, the YouTube. You know what I say though? Ya niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Ya niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. Niggas talk shit, they don't even pop. I spill your whole shit, they gon' need a mop. You niggas mad puss, probably got the wild. I hit them up, I think I'm fucking pop. From the Bronx like a mud-hubber. Straight gutter, hot piece of butter. Puerto Rock brother that'll eat your mother. Get mad, call dad, you gon' need each other. My flow lethal, weapon, I'm D Glover, meat lover. Niggas talk like you all that, it's all cap. You don't bust gas, niggas all rap, I'm all fact. Check the rap sheet, niggas saw that I smack them with the Mac 4 rack, nigga, fall back. Don't press your luck. I'm from the slums, son, and my gun go buck. Y'all niggas talk shit, I'm like so fucking what? You puss. Yo, shut the fuck up. 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 Y'all niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. I'm hotter than the sun, nigga. Bust your guns, my love, son. I'm Big Pun, nigga. See me with the Glock 4 out. You run, nigga. This for those yapping the gums, niggas. You dumb, nigga. Nigga, you stupid. My record ruthless. I bang on some snow shit. Don't make me prove it. Look at your life, nigga. Useless. You ain't bout shit. I get the laugh when the two spit. I do this. Every bar is a felony. Go hard like dog in the yard. This pit energy. I bite, grip, shake, and chew through each enemy. Don't want a nigga, let it be. Ain't shit niggas telling me. So shut the fuck up, I'm all the way up, I'm an astronaut. Niggas talk shit, that's the life of a butt. I'm like, so what, nigga? Shut the fuck up. 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 Ya niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. 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 Ya niggas toto, yo, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.